Good day, here are the top stories from the Pna Headlines. The Philippines inflation rate in January 2025 remained at 2.9%, the same level recorded in December 2024. The Philippine Statistics Authority said last month's headline inflation stayed within the Marcos administration's target range of 2 to 4%. Inflation in January 2024 was posted at 2.8%. Core inflation, which excludes certain food and energy items, slowed down to 2.6% in January 2025 from 2.8% in the previous month. This is lower than the 3.8% rate listed in January 2024. PSA Chief and National Statistician Claire Dennis Mapa said prices of food and non-alcoholic drinks posted the fastest increase in prices with an inflation rate of 3.8%. Other main contributors to the January inflation were housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels, as well as restaurant and accommodation services. On the other hand, food inflation rose to 4% in January 2025 from 3.5% in December 2024. In January 2024, food inflation was lower at 3.3%. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. says the government is committed to hold accountable tax evaders exploiting the country's taxation system. Marcos made a statement as he led the kick-off ceremony of the 2025 Bureau of Internal Revenue National Tax Campaign at the PACC on Tuesday. The event was done in observance of the National Tax Awareness Month. In his speech, Marcos hailed the Bureau of Internal Revenue for collecting over 2.85 trillion pesos in taxes in 2024, the highest posted in 2 decades. The figure is a significant increase from 2.52 trillion collected in 2023. The president recognized the BIR's digital transformation initiatives as well as its proactive measures in ensuring tax compliance. Marcos said that last year's taxes collected could fund over 1 million new schools, 190,000 kilometers of roads, and 167,000 rural health facilities. The president also highlighted the BIR's Run After Fake Transactions initiative, which has collected over 4.3 billion pesos in its campaign against tax fraud. Marcos assured that the government carefully monitored spending to protect public funds. He called on all Filipinos to see the value of contributing to the nation's development by fulfilling their tax responsibilities. The Philippine National Police vows to ensure that this year's midterm national and local elections are peaceful and credible. PNP Chief General Romel Francisco Marbil outlined the PNP's efforts to maintain election security at the Manila Overseas Press Club's Comelec and PNP Night in Makati on Tuesday. Marbil said they continue to maintain peace and order, combat illegal drugs, and enhance cybersecurity while preparing for the elections. He emphasized that aside from traditional threats such as guns, goons, and gold, they are also working to stop cyber crimes and disinformation that may affect the electoral process. Other challenges include the proliferation of illegal firearms, the presence of private armed groups, and vote buying. Marbil highlighted the importance of collaboration among the PNP, Commission on Elections, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, and the other government agencies in protecting the electoral process and safeguarding democracy. The Office of the Civil Defense sees the need to further improve disaster preparedness and make the Philippines more resilient. In a statement, OCD Administrator Ariel Nepomuceno noted improvements in hazard assessment, specifically on the use of scientific data. He said hazard tools such as Hazard Hunter or geohazard maps are crucial in helping people make informed decisions in responding to disasters such as typhoons, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions. Nepomuceno, however, said disaster preparedness and climate change remain low on Filipinos' list of priorities. He noted that some people tend to ignore government advisories and alerts. Nepomuceno cited Japan, which is not listed on the World Risk Index despite being located on the Pacific Ring of Fire like the Philippines. He said the Philippines, which tops the risk index, needs to implement a lot of interventions and changes in culture. At the same time, he said they are finding ways to make warnings more understandable, more creative, and more relevant to the people. In other news, the Japanese embassy in Manila reminds Filipino tourists to submit their visa applications in advance, even as the embassy is working to fast-track visa processing to 5 days. The Japan Embassy announced it has opened limited additional slots for tourist visa applications this February. The embassy advised tourists anew to submit their applications 2 months in advance. It said it is currently transitioning its screening system amid a continuing surge in Filipino tourists visiting Japan. It said procedures for official and commercial purposes such as business, conference, cultural exchange, long-term stay visas, and other types of visa application will be followed as in the past. Meanwhile, the embassy reiterated that Japan continues to place great importance on its bilateral relationship with the Philippines and its people-to-people exchanges. And that's the latest and the biggest stories on the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website, pna.gov.ph, or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The Pna Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under the Pna News. I am Stephanie Civiliano. This is the Pna Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.